It's 2025 and the Ingham family are still up to the same old shit, except they are getting worse. I haven't covered these in 2025 at all, and yet, since I have last talked about them, they have gone off the scales insane. There's so much to get through in this video, it's unbelievable. From like clickbaiting their nana, leaving kids in the bath alone, locking Jace in a room on his own. All sorts have been happening in the time that I've been away. So let's get through this now and cover the lot of it, right? All in one, because why not? Now, whilst they were still in Scotland, they had a bit of a scandal, and it was they left their two kids. They admitted to leaving two of their youngest children alone in the bath on their own. That's right. And it could only happen to the Inghams, right?
What are we doing? I think Jason and Mila wanted to get in the bath.
Now they want
to. Yeah, they want to use their bath. Oh no, I'll prolong them.
No, that's for movie time.
They can get in a bath when we're watching a movie.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
So it's either hot tub time or play real time now.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just about to say though, because I know people saying you don't leave them in the bath on their own, do you? So the bath has the tiniest amount of water in it, and we use a baby monitor. So we sat watching them the whole time. And we're literally obviously next door. It's not like, you know, we can't see what they're doing. You can see the bath from the sofa. If we put them in the girls' one, so we'll just put them in that one. I just know people will be on that comment, but.
So they leave a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old in the bath on their own to bathe themselves, and also to potentially kill themselves, because why not? You know, they're expendable, of course. You can always birth another child, you know, if you want to. I mean, these two, they're not really main players in the Ingham family vlog TV show, right? So you may as well, you know, offload them, I guess. But you know how dangerous it is to leave young children alone in a pool of water, right? Anything could happen. I know, Sarah, you're saying that, oh, it's you know, it's only a tiny amount of water. How much is a tiny amount of water in your head, right? Because if it's such a small amount of water that's not actually going to be dangerous to them, there's no point in them being in the bath in the first place, is there? Because you're talking like a slither of water, maybe. Because a child can drown in any amount of water. You know, all they have to do is be face down, and that's it, right? They could hit their head and be not. Do you expect, like, I don't know, say if Jace got into trouble, Mila had to call out for help. Do you reckon Mila could help Jace? No. Mila could, yeah. Mila could knock herself out and be face down in even the tiniest amount of waters. That actually does happen, and it can happen. This is why you watch your kids when they're in the bath, right? This is why you do. There's no amount of, oh, well, we're just next door, guys, and we'll keep an eye on them. We've got a baby monitor, but we're watching the film. You know, it's a good film as well. It's a good film. It's what's that one about Christmas that we haven't watched yet? You know, we got to watch our 16,000th Christmas movie, because, you know, we don't want to watch it's boring, isn't it? Watching the kids in the bath. All they want to do is really play with their toys and stuff. I want to get on with my life. I want to go and watch a movie. You can't do that later on when they're in bed or anything. No, of course we can't. This is insane. This is absolutely insane. I've never known any parents to actually admit on YouTube in front of thousands of people that they just let their kids, the young children, just be in the bath on their own with no supervision. No supervision. I find that unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. So that was first up. Then there was a scandal recently with Jace being left, or rather, sorry, I'll get I'll get it correct. Jace being locked in a room on his own. That's right. Apparently that happened.
Okay. Also, Jace, do you know when we lock you in that room? What?
No, nobody locks me ever.
Yeah, but do you remember when we lock you in that room sometimes?
Nobody does that. What room?
I'm joking, Jace. I'm joking. Don't worry. I'm just joking. No one's locked you in a room, have they?
I knew. I knew it.
Chris, just...
Of course, when you are responding to hate or trolls online, you've gotta always, don't forget this, guys, this is very important, you've got to always involve your child in responding to said haters, because why not? You know, Jace is heavily involved in this situation, you get him to respond to them directly, alright? Why, just why, Sarah, why?
Told me there's a video going around on a platform. I've actually not seen it. There's a video going around on a platform saying that that's gone viral, saying that we lock Jace in a room.
I literally hate people. I literally hate the world.
I can't cope. It's so funny. Why do people make crap up? It's so stupid.
It's that New Year's Eve video. Someone's claiming Jace is screaming, "Let me out!" in the background. It was in the living room. He was playing with his toys. Like, what are you on about?
New Year's Day?
When we did that New Year's Eve video.
Oh, when he was playing with his cars?
That one check, yeah, when you were like, he's playing with his Hot Wheels, the cat prize and with his Hot Wheels, which is the truth.
That's when they say we locked him in the room?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the one that they are talking about in this situation, and check it out, see what you think.
We got a Disneyland Paris holiday.
It's been a crazy year.
It's been a crazy. We got a Disneyland Paris holiday.
Now, in my opinion, and you may have to go back and listen to that over and over again if you can't hear it properly, okay? So, in my opinion, Jace is not saying, "let me out," right? I have to agree with the Inghams here on this situation, this occasion. Unfortunately, I can't just hate on them for the sake of it, right? In my opinion, Jace is saying, Mila. Right? If you listen to it, you can't unhear it. That's exactly what he says. And, I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. So, everybody who has been spreading this video saying that he's saying, "let me out," no, he's not. I mean, you'd have to be pretty insane to lock a child in another room. I mean, it's not out with the bounds of possibility that they could have just said, "Jace, right, you're not appearing on this video today as a punishment." I've heard that mentioned, but I don't think so. He's not locked in a room. He's not doing anything. He's probably just playing with his cars, as they're saying, and he's just calling for Mila. That's what he's saying. He's saying Mila. And yeah, there's something and nothing. This is why I didn't cover it at the time. People were tagging me in this video and telling me to talk about it, but I didn't hear "let me out" at all. So I'm not gonna say that that's what they're doing to a child if they're not, because it is quite a sick thing to suggest unless you have absolute evidence to back that one up. So
We're shouting something in the background to Mila or something. And people are saying that. No.
Mila, no. Go put that back. You can't just have a whole block of cheese. No, absolutely not. You can have a little bit. Get Daddy to cut some off, but you're not walking around with a whole block.
Cheese on toast for your lunch right
now. Oh, we're having cheese on toast. Anyway, just in case anybody's wondering about that, send social services. I'm pretty sure if they came to our house and saw locks on a door, then they'd be wanting to investigate. God's sake. So where have we meant to have locked him? We don't even have a single lock on any doors here. There's not a single lock on any door in any of our houses. Why would we feel the need to lock?
In any of your houses, Sarah, any of your houses, how many houses do you have? Right, you have this one, right? This is your only house. You have one in Dubai, but you're not allowed to add locks to other people's properties, and that's what it is, isn't it? It's a rental, right? You have that piece of land in Scotland now. Have you built on that one yet? Oh, come on. I know you. You've got plans to build a Wendy house now, haven't you? Come on. Don't be coy about this. We know you. You're planning a getaway up in that little plot of land soon, aren't you?
Our kids away.
No, it said one.
What?
Isla's and my bathroom, we have a lock. Inside.
Oh, you do have a lock on your bathroom. That's true.
I never lock it.
I know you
I'm
don't.
scared.
But do you remember when we locked you in there?
You never locked me in there? Never.
Pretty sure if I'd have ever locked Jason in a bathroom, then he would have been saying, oh yeah, do you remember when you did? But yeah, clearly we lock him in a bathroom. Idiots. Right.
Well, Sarah, I don't know if you know how this works on YouTube or on video editing, right? But if Jace had said that you lock him in a room, you could just cut that out. So just because he's not saying it doesn't mean it doesn't happen, right? Although I stand by what I said, that it didn't happen, but I'm just contesting what Sarah is suggesting about, because if Jace had said it, he would say it, but no, you would cut it out if he said it, so it doesn't really prove anything.
Today, we've got a bit of a busy day. Well, we don't really have a busy day on the cards, actually.
Honestly, though, why are humans just such scumbags?
Scumbags, indeed. This coming from the person that vlogs his kids in a state of undress for money. I don't think you could get much worse than that, right? Could you? You couldn't. No. So, whilst again, I don't agree with this video having been put up and suggesting that you locked him in the room, because I don't think you did, right? You suggesting that people are worse because they did that when you do even worse, it is kind of, what's that word? Hypocritical, is it?
Why?
It's jealousy.
Why though?
And now the comments will be flooded with, why would I be jealous of you? What have I got to be jealous of? Yeah, I'm definitely jealous of your blah, 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 blah. But the actual genuine fact is that it is jealousy.
Jealousy of... I hate this comeback. I really, really do, because you get this from the IFAM, the vulnerable and the kids. That's what they will come back to you with. Oh, you're just jealous. And they don't tell you what you're jealous of, because genuinely, Sarah, I would not have your lifestyle. Genuinely. It even if you offered it to me. If Chris said to me tomorrow, you can come on a van trip with us, you can live in a van for 3 months with us just to check it out, so it's all safe and above board, and so that we do in fact have a great time. If that was offered to me, I would say, on your fucking bike, right? No chance. Absolutely no chance. I don't want to live in a van, which is the size of, well, smaller than my kitchen, right? I don't want to live like that. I don't want to vlog the shit out of my kids. I don't want to be exposing my kids to all this online, right? I don't want my kids to grow up to be hated. I don't want my kids to be just exploited for every single penny that they can. It's not something to aspire to. And when people say, oh, you're just jealous of them, no, absolutely not.
You wouldn't spread hate on something that you didn't care about. You just wouldn't. It doesn't affect.
Dedicate your life to
it doesn't affect your life, so you wouldn't like. I don't know. I think do you know what I genuinely think? It takes a certain... all humans are different.
It's just evil. People
Yeah.
are evil.
Everyone's different, and everyone has different ways they react to things. And most people genuinely, if they didn't like something they saw online, or they didn't like a creator, most people would just, not watch that person.
See, Sarah, you are comparing yourself to just ordinary creators on YouTube, right? But you're not that. What people are not happy with is the things that you do, right? The fact that you exploit your children for money. They're not happy with that. So it's a completely different situation to just not liking some content, right? It's not that they don't like the content, it's that they think that what you do is so abhorrently wrong that they need to talk about it and raise awareness about it, right? That's what they do. It's got nothing to do with jealousy, because obviously we're not jealous of you exploiting your kids.
But unfortunately, like I say, everyone's different, and there are people that just like to obsess and make it their life to try and
Damage them in some way.
damage them, and so make up things.
And Chris, you know when you're calling people scumbags, right? Do you know what they haven't done? The majority of the people that you're talking about, right? The majority of people. Maybe some of them have, I don't know, right? I don't know. Not accusing anybody of anything, but you never know. The people that watch your videos are a little bit strange. Now, right, the people that you're talking about, though, who you are calling scumbags, they have not messaged 16-year-olds, barely 16-year-olds, don't forget, she was only just 16, and asked them to go skinny dipping with them. Is that not like a bit of a scumbag move, right? Do you not think that might be classed as a scumbag move? Yeah, I think so.
Oh my gosh, I saw a video on TikTok actually the other day on TikTok.
You saw a video on TikTok of you saw a TikTok on TikTok. Yeah, okay. That's as opposed to seeing a TikTok on YouTube, is it? Something like that.
Said that we'd thrown all of our kids' Christmas presents out.
Yeah, I put that on my story.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't. I didn't give it no attention. But saying that we'd thrown all the kids' Christmas presents out, and then.
So this is the TikTok which they are talking about. It's captioned here: the Ingham family's Christmas is over. Now all the presents are dumped outside. And this was what they put up these pictures of the stairs and boxes and all sorts of crap outside it, right? So that was what was put up. Now this was Sarah's response.
It was a picture from like just after we'd moved into the house 4 years ago. So there were a few garden toys behind the garage that haven't been there for years, but there were a few garden toys behind the garage, like a water table, bikes and things like that, whatever it was, and a few recycle boxes that needed to take into the recycle bin.
Oh, we got some recycling after Christmas. Oh no!
No, it wasn't after
Call
Christmas.
the cops!
No, it wasn't.
No, I know it wasn't, but they were claiming it was.
Oh,
Even
right,
if
yeah.
it was a recent picture, oh no, we've got some boxes up to the back of our own property. Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, but we did. It wasn't even from Christmas time. It was from like May or something when we moved in here in April, and it was just a few recycling boxes, and it literally went viral. And everyone's like, oh, and everyone believes it. They just believe everything they read online. Oh my gosh, seriously.
People should be thinking about how the fact that our house is secure. So how's that person even got hold of a picture like that? That's what you should be thinking about. Nothing to do with our recycling, you weirdos.
Yeah, that's probably before we got that CCTV fitted as well, I bet. But yeah, there are some blooming weirdos out there. Blooming weirdos. Anyway.
So Sarah's response there is about the CCTV being fitted and it not being... like, she actually believes that somebody has come into her property and taken pictures. And she's not batting an eyelid about that. It's weird. Right, these are the pictures that they used for that TikTok, and these are pictures that the Inghams took themselves. They are their own pictures that they took for a planning application to do with the stairs, and yet I don't know if they're intentionally being thick, right? I don't know, but apparently at least Sarah is trying to play it off as, oh, somebody just snuck into our property, took a picture, and 4 years later, or in actual fact, putting it on TikTok. You're the weirdos. My God. So right here, right now, we can see that this was part of the planning application for the stairs. If you look here, this is the their actual planning application. And if we look a little bit closer, we can see that in actual fact, yes, the photograph of stairs, it was 9th of February 2022 in actual fact. So that was like actually 3 years ago. Not somebody that snuck into your property, snapped a picture and uploaded it to TikTok. No, that's not what actually happened, is it, Sarah? I don't know if you're being intentionally thick, but it didn't actually happen. Now we get on to what I want to end this video on, and that is the scandal around Nana, right? Sarah's Nana, the beloved who brought Sarah up. She brought Sarah up when Sarah didn't have anywhere comfortable to go. When she was like 16, she would take Sarah on like holidays abroad and everything else twice a year, I believe. So it came as a bit of a shock to everybody, including myself, when Sarah decided to reveal this.
I am heading out today on my own because I'm going up to see my Nana today, which I haven't really spoke about on here. I'm not going to go into detail about on here, but it's a difficult one, bless her. She's 84 this year, and yeah, is she 84 this year? Yeah, I think she's 84 this year. She's just in a, it's difficult with her at the minute, bless her. I mean, it's not her fault at all, but it makes it difficult. It's one of those situations where it's really difficult for family, but it's also not their fault, so it's really even more difficult for them. Like, I can't imagine, like, I don't know, I'm having a bit of a hard time at the minute, like, coming to terms with everything, but I can't imagine, like, growing old and then just having all these horrible feelings and feelings of things that just are not true, or, you know, I'm not going to go into detail because it's too personal at the minute, and I don't want to. But I'm going up to see her today, and yeah, I'm a little bit nervous, and I've never ever felt like this before going up to see my Nana. But I've spoke to her on the phone this morning, and she's fine. I wish I could like explain a bit, but I don't want to explain a bit because then there's going to be like loads of questions.
Well, you know what you should have done in this situation, Sarah? You know it. I know that you know it, right? It's perhaps not have said anything at all, because you know by talking about this even a little bit, people are going to have questions, right? They're not going to say, oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's fine, that's fine. No, they're going to ask questions, aren't they? And you know they're going to ask questions, otherwise you wouldn't have put it on the vlog, innit? You didn't have to say anything.
And I don't want to explain fully, but I don't know, we'll see a little bit later anyway. But
then at the end of the vlog, it ended like this, just to wrap up this storyline.
My Nana's, I've spoke to her I'm dreading it. I've spoke to her a couple of times on the phone this morning, and I already know it's going to be a difficult visit. But yeah, it's all good. Let's get up there now.
So they then put up this. Apologies for the gap in this story. Today turned into a bit of a difficult family day, so filming wasn't appropriate. We will be back to it as normal tomorrow. So it sounds like something went down later on in that day that they didn't feel comfortable filming, and that obviously is none of our business, right? But my question to Sarah, Chris, right? If it was that bad, and obviously it seems like it's a bad situation, you didn't have to include that in the vlog at all. You could have cut every part of Sarah talking about it out of the vlog, right? You didn't have to talk about it. You didn't have to mention it. You didn't have to include it. You just could have left it at that. But no, by ending it like that, you know that people are going to have questions, don't you? Right. Now, my question here, though, is what is going to happen? What is going to happen? Because, Sarah, you know that Chris is going to whisk you away to Dubai because he doesn't give a fuck.
It's not your child. You didn't bring him into the world. Your grandma's lived a good life, a long life. You don't need to sacrifice your what could be your best years to stay and look after her.
And that's the truth, isn't it, Christopher? Now comes down to the nitty gritty. Do you believe those words, or are you going to stay and look after Nana, right? Because she is deteriorating in whatever way it is, right? But you have already said you don't care, right? Why should you sacrifice what are your best years in order to look after her? Because why should you, right? So we expect you to go off to the Arctic soon, right? And then back off to Dubai, because why wouldn't you? Right, now, despite Sarah's protestations about not revealing further information about this, because it's private and personal and everything else, she just can't help herself. Now, she has posted here on Facebook, in an entirely private, obviously very private group, that she's told everybody what's going on. So let's have a look at those. Let's have a look, see what she's had to say. She says, I really wish I could do a little video on how things really are with her, because I really would love help and advice, and I'm sure so many of you have been through similar. She used to watch our vlogs, so I've never mentioned it before, but she doesn't anymore. Things are really hard though at the minute, and pretty much her whole family have turned their backs on her. Bloody hell. Katrina, you bitch, you fucking hell. I wonder how that's gone down with the rest of the family. I don't know. Makes me sick, to be honest. After everything she has done for everyone. What, you mean like you fucking off to Dubai? Something like that. Is that what you're on about? I can't believe that Sarah would actually say that after she has actually abandoned Nana, right? She has actually abandoned her. She's gone off to Dubai and actually said it doesn't matter because, you know, we can't look after our elders, you know, forever because it's not our responsibility. Or rather, Chris said that, but she was in the video, sat right there whilst Chris was saying it, and they actually went off to Dubai to abandon her. And yet, everybody else makes her sick to the stomach. This person replied to her and said, I'm a nurse and I've worked with older people and sadly it's very common. I'm sure she really appreciates your support. Yeah, when Sarah can be bothered, obviously, because don't forget, she actually went shopping before she went up to see Nana, so not a top priority, actually, was it at all? No. So Sarah goes on to say, she does when she's not accusing me of beating her up. Oh, God. Good on you, Jean. Right, good on you. It's why family have turned their backs on her. She accuses everyone of all sorts, mainly stealing or hitting her. No one has ever done either to her, so it's hard to be accused of those things. But at the same time, I wish they would understand it's not her fault. She's old, ill. She's suffering enough and isn't saying these things to hurt us. She can't help it. I'd hate to be in her head. Poor woman. Sounds like she's, yeah, it doesn't sound pleasant, right? The situation. Not quite sure why Sarah's sharing it, but the reason I'm sharing it is because, you know, it's out there. Sarah says it's okay to share it. Anyway, she goes on to say this has been going on a good 20 plus years now, and that confuses me a little bit because this is like 20 years since she was in her 60s. Anyway, Sarah goes on to reveal even more about this. She says, tried to get her to come stay at our house, but the neighbours are spies. That's probably because you've bloody put that into her head. Everybody's watching your house, you know. Anyway, and there are people in the walls listening. Last time she stayed here, she woke us up at the crack of dawn saying someone had been in during the night and stole her bank card. She knew for sure because she had set a trap before she went to bed. Anyway, a quick search found her card that she had hid in her pillowcase. Then I had to take her to the bank to check her money was still there because she was sure they were tricking her. Got her card, went to the bank and took her money and then put the card back. Everyone on a phone when we go out is taking pictures of her. Even harder when iFam come and ask for a picture when I'm out with her. Not their fault, obviously. Gotta make sure the iFam don't think that they're being accused. But from her point of view, they're using me as an excuse to take pictures of her. It sounds like you've inherited that sort of paranoia, Sarah, or the like, you know, you think everybody is trying to take pictures of you and things. Anyway, yeah, I joke, right? Obviously, it sounds like a very bad situation, but Sarah, in her incredible wisdom, has decided to vlog it, obviously, and tell people on a public platform what is going on with her elderly nana. Chris is obviously delighted, more than likely, because there's just like too much to vlog out of this, right? It's gonna get sympathy for people. But then they did go off to Dubai when Nana clearly at the time needed her, or needed them, right? And they're planning on going back to Dubai, and in fact they're planning on going back to the Arctic very shortly. And given what's going on here, how can you leave your unwell elderly grandmother, right? How can you leave her just to go fucking off around the world? I don't get it. You know, part of me thinks that will they actually do the right thing and stay and look after her, or in fact no, because Chris will get his way and say no, we're gonna go, you know, it's what Nana would have wanted, isn't it? Anyway, that's a very sad situation, what's going on there. You know, it's never nice when elderly family members get sick like that. Now, I said that was going to be the last story, but I just want to touch on this one last piece, right, before the end, because Sarah is not teaching her kids the value of money at all. And this is not jealousy, Sarah. This is not jealousy. This is not me wanting your life or anything like that. But what is it you went to do the other day? That's right. You went to take your child's, well, I say child, your teen's MacBook in for repair.
Before I go up to see her, I need to go to Meadowhall, which is not really in the same direction, so it's a little bit annoying. It's in the opposite direction. But Esme's broke her MacBook, or somebody's broken Esme's MacBook when we're in the truck. It was left on a seat. I think some clothes or some coats have been thrown on top of it, and then someone must have stood on it and the screen's broke. It's not cracked, I don't think, just like won't turn on or something, I don't know. So she's got an appointment with Apple today. I'm gonna drop that off for her.
So your child left her MacBook lying around, someone stood on it. It could have been her, it might have been somebody else, but either way, she left it lying around and it's been stood on, it's broken, and now you're gonna go and get it fixed. Let's go and see how much it costs then.
Guys, could actually cry. Look after your MacBooks, guys, and don't break the flipping screens, because it's going to cost you a grand old total of £500 to get it fixed. There's nothing wrong with the MacBook. He said, oh, this is good. Okay, so it is just the screen we need to fix. And I was like, oh, great. A couple £100 maybe. Done. He's like, so it's just the screen we need to fix, so that's good. So it's going to be grand, literally just short of £500, a few pounds short of £500. I can't go.
So you just paid it, do you? £500 to get that MacBook fixed. How much did that cost in the first place? Like £1,000 or less, wasn't it? You know, it seems like maybe it's not best value for money. Anyway, right, so what should happen in this situation, right, is you should say to Esme, no, I'm not paying £500 to get that thing fixed. You take care of your possessions, right? Take care of your possessions, because you're not getting another one. And if you want that fixed, you're going to have to, well, you're going to have to pay for it yourself, aren't you? Because, you know, it's £500. What is that teaching your child? That, like, there's no value in money? Especially Esme, who already has a very overinflated sense of self and doesn't care too much about, like, cost of things. So, yeah, I would teach her a lesson in this situation. Don't leave your things lying around. That's the lesson, right? You're not going to get another one if you break it. End of. Right? Also, what you need it for? Don't tell me schoolwork, because we know that's crap. Because before they had these MacBooks, you claimed that they were doing schoolwork then too, but no, she's not doing schoolwork on that thing, right? TikToks, maybe. Well, no, that she needs a phone for that. What she needs a MacBook for, anyway? Anyway, yes, my point is that she's not been taught the value of money there at all, is she? Anyway, yes, that was a quick roundup of the latest goings on. I hope you've appreciated or enjoyed catching up with these little toe rags. You know, they're getting up to all sorts at the moment, and as I said, they're heading off to the Arctic soon, and they are, well, they're going to leave Nana alone, aren't they? You know, in a time when she's already confused enough. They're just going to fuck off without, you know, that Chris is going to get his way, basically. But there's also a few other things that I've mentioned in this video. Let me know in the comments down below all your thoughts about everything I've covered today, and let me know what you think. Until next time, guys, please give this video a massive thumbs up. Obviously, comment as well, and subscribe to the channel if you are brand new. Until next time, have an amazing day. Take care, and bye-bye.